What's up, everybody? I'm the Mana Dork. I don't have a catchphrase, but what I do have is another standard 8 rare deck for you. Today we're built around 9 Lives Familiar from Foundations. 1 black for a 1/1 cat. It enters with 8 revival counters on it. And when it dies, if it had a revival counter on it, you return it at the beginning of the next end step with 1 less counter on it. So, it sort of gives the impression of the cat with 9 lives. You get the joke, obviously. But the important part is that he can be sacrificed over and over again. So we're going to do sort of an Aristocrats type thing and see how many times we can get this cat back in action. For the rest of our creatures, we've got 4 Snarling Gorehound, 2 Infestation Sage from the new set, black for a 1/1 that when it dies, we get a 1/1 black-green insect token with flying. We've got 4 copies of Forsaken Miner, because he's going to be another thing that we can get back from the graveyard and sack over and over again. We've got 4 Vengeful Bloodwitch from Foundations, 1 in a black for a 1/1 Vampire Warlock. Whenever this creature or another creature we control dies, target opponent loses 1 life and we gain 1 life. Now, the important thing here is he does say target, which means every time something dies, we can get back a Forsaken Miner. You got 4 copies of Bartolomé del Presidio, because he's the best sacrifice outlet in Standard right now. 3 copies of Elas, il-Kor, to give us sort of an additional Vengeful Bloodwitch effect. 4 9 Lives Familiar that we mentioned earlier. 2 Ruthless Lawbringer. As far as spells, we've got 3 copies of Corrupted Conviction to get a little bit of extra card draw. 2 Go for the Throat for some removal. And 4 Raise the Past, who will get back so many guys and let us loop triggers with the Bloodwitch over and over again. Gorehound is going to help make sure that our graveyard is stocked for the Raise the Past, as well as be able to get us to it quicker, because we're going to surveil every time pretty much any of our other guys come in. And that's the deck. 6 plains, 14 swamps, 4 Forlorn Flats. And that's what we got. Alright, I'm going to go find an opponent. That'll give you a chance to find the like and subscribe, and I'll see you over there. And I'll see you, and then you, and then you. This looks like a keeper. So we press keep. Start off with the Sage. Elas. Get in for 1. Yeah, an Overlord. Witch. 5 mana for the opponent. This might be where things get hairy. Nope, we're unable to scream. That's okay, because we will make another Bloodwitch. And make a brand new Elas. Keeping this one. Get a couple triggers. Get in for another 2. Nursery up something. They get a Spelunking. Now, I get the feeling that they're a little bit more blue-based than they've sort of let on at this point. And that their lands have allowed them to play stuff. Sacrifice that thing. We'll get rid of this Overlord. Don't need another land right now. Pass it back. See what they come up with, if anything. I'm going to confiscate that guy. Okay. What do we got down here? Just that? Alright. Send everything. And that's enough. Bloodwitch is going to get you. We can run with this one. There we go. Start off with a point and we're winning already. Now, question is, which 2-drop do we start with? I think it's Elas. Let's start by getting in for 2. I don't think they're going to block. Bloodwitch, pass it back. They're going to get in for 4. And we are going to start by swinging for 3. Bartolomé. The Sage. Gain a couple of those life back and end the turn. Invasion of Zendikar. They're going to go find a couple more lands. Fortunately, this guy doesn't have trample, so we can just block with the Infestation Sage and sack it to Bartolomé. If they do attack. They may not. And they don't. Minor. Swinging with Elas. And see what they decide. If they decide. Our 2/2 has got them quite vexed. Or their DoorDash driver arrived. One of the two. Puts them at 12. Sacrifice that thing. Get some triggers. Sack that. Pay to bring back the miner. Sack that thing. Sack that thing. End the turn. Because Elas says another creature, so that would only give us 3 more drain. So we don't quite have them on the, down to 0, but close enough. And they agree. Opponent is on the play with a swamp. They give us a hello. We'll give them a hello. Match their swamp. And we'll raise you 1 miner. I got the Void Wing. Elas. And get in for 2. We'll take that 2. And the poison. Kill our boy. Another flat to your face. Bartolomé. Come over for 2. We'll take that. Another drown. Two more. Two more for us. And one more. And 1 more poison. Try for that cat. They counter it. So let's come over. Got him at 9. That's 6 poison. They've got 4 in hand. I think it's pretty much going to come down to whether or not they have a counter spell right here. We'll start with an attack. Raise that past. Don't raise the past. Alright. Experimental Augury is going to put us at 8. Poison. Hybrid's going to put us at 9. And then if we take 1 more, if they've got any sort of proliferate spell, that's game. And there we go. I'll sack this one. They got us. Start off with the flats. And another flats. Blue-black for the opponent. They got a Restless Reef. Try for the miner. I got nowhere to run. We'll get 2 cards out of this guy before he goes. Or before he would go. And drop and pass it back. Come over for 2. Bartolomé. Make another minor. Pass it back. Come over for 6. See if we can land a cat. Possibly should have tried that before combat so we could have fed it to Bartolomé. But they had the 3 steps in any case. Perfected Jace. What are we doing? Are we shrinking things? Are we milling people? That thing gets -3.
Organic minds are easily quelled.
Let's just go ahead and sack him. Everything to the face. Floodmaw our boy. Sure thing. Sack you. Blow up you. Get both the miners back.
The knowledge we acquired is still valuable.
See what we got next. Deadly cover-up. They're going to steal our miners. Bartolomé and a cat. Sack that cat. Drop an Elas. Swing in with just the cat. And the reason we swung in with just the cat was 3 power Bartolomé versus Restless Reef. We lose that exchange. 9 lives comes back. We gain a life. Deduce. It's called Deduce because it's got deuce in it and you get 2 cards. I don't know. Now we'll send both of these things. That throat is gone for. Take a point. We'll pass it back. They pop that clue. I completely regret that deduce joke I made a minute ago. It'll never happen again. And opponent drew nothing to pull themselves out of the position they were in. We can keep this guy, or these 7 guys, I should say. Get some Bloodwitch action going. Bat for them. What do you take? Makes sense. Drop a familiar. Get in for 1, because they're probably not blocking. Another bat. What are you doing to me, opponent? Taking all the things. Another Bloodwitch. Swing in a little more. Slasher. That's going to put the brakes on things for a moment. However, with 2 familiars, I think we've got a good chance of holding off the slasher. No attacks, thank you though. That's the shouldered. Send one of those. See if he's silly enough to block. He's not. Wrinkles prank. Everybody discard 2 and lose 4. That puts us in a very bad spot. Send over with that. We need something pretty quick here. Going over for another 2. We go to 1. Send both of those. Opponent has no reason to block. We will give it to him. Well, we don't give it to them. They earned it. We like this one. Gorehound. Opponent is ramping. Drop Bloodwitch. Send you away. Set up for the Raise the Past. And the other Raise the Past as well. Bartolomé. Hide that minor. Come over for 2. Scry 2, draw 1, and put a land into play if they want. If they can. And they do. And they keep looking at our Bartolomé. I wonder what they've got in mind. Boney Paul. Exactly what we needed to see right there. Bloodwitch. Sage. No attacks. We got a good little selection down there. Put a land out. Block like so. Trade him in for 2 cards and 2 Bloodwitch triggers. And a miner. Combat damage is going to put us to 16. Sack that miner. Send those things. Smuggler's Surprise. You gonna drop some things? Those are some things. Decline and decline. All right. See if we can rack up 15 points here. You go away. You go away. You go away. And you go away. Sack that thing. Bring one back. You stay there. Sack that thing. And that thing. Like this. And one of those. That finishes it off. And that's the deck. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. We wound up with a 7-5 record. When the deck worked, it worked very well. It stumbled a little bit here and there, either from mana issues, because we're, predominantly black, and then we want to play this spell with 2 white pips. Also seemed a little bit on the slow side. I also know that having only 4 Bartolomé as our only sacrifice outlet is definitely a strike against us. Maybe we need to look into finding some other way to sacrifice things. Maybe we just need to move over to Pioneer because we just got Cartel Aristocrat and Nantuko Husk added to the platform. So maybe that's something for another day. We'll try this deck over there. But if you're still here, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I appreciate you taking the time to hang out and watch me play some games. Feel free to leave a comment if you like what you saw or if there's anything you'd like to see me do differently. And don't forget to like the subscribe and button the smash or whatever it is you do to show that you appreciate the video. Thanks again for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next one.